Have you ever wondered if your real estate agent is truly working in your best interest? The answer depends on the type of relationship you establish with them at the time that you hire them. Let's jump into it. The responsibilities your real estate agent has to you vary depending on the type of relationship that you have with them. In real estate, not every agent is bound to represent you in the same way. Some agent-client relationships establish what's called a fiduciary responsibility, where the agent is legally required to act in your best interest. In other relationships, however, your agent may act as a transaction broker, facilitating the transaction without representing either party's interests over the others. We're going to explore this topic further so you'll be equipped to ask the right questions when interviewing real estate agents. Our goal is to help you understand and establish the type of client-agent relationship that you want. When we talk about a real estate agent acting in a fiduciary capacity, we're saying that this agent has a legal and ethical duty to act in your best interests. Think of them as your coach. Just like a coach, their goal is to guide you through every move, to strategize with you, provide full disclosure, protect your confidentiality, and most importantly, offer you undivided loyalty. They're in your corner, fully committed to getting you the best possible outcome. If you want someone to advocate and negotiate on your behalf, whether you're buying or selling, the fiduciary coach is there to help you succeed. This is the type of relationship you'll want to establish with your real estate agent. On the other hand, some agents act as transaction brokers. Their role is to facilitate the transaction without representing either party in a fiduciary capacity. Think of them as referees in a game. A transaction broker ensures that the transaction is handled correctly, providing necessary information to you and following your instructions, but they do not advocate for one party over the other, nor do they negotiate on anyone's behalf. This type of agent can be preferred in certain situations. For example, if both the buyer and seller already know each other, like in a family or friends transaction, a transaction broker can help avoid conflicts and manage the process impartially. In straightforward deals where both sides are in agreement, a transaction broker can focus on completing the paperwork efficiently and guiding you through the process of a home sale or purchase, but not on advocacy or negotiation. This arrangement can also be common in commercial or investment transactions, where experienced buyers and sellers prefer the logistical support a real estate agent offers without seeking the agent's opinions or advice. In these situations, a transaction broker may be the best option for your needs, as they facilitate the transaction while being impartial. If you're located in a smaller, lower population area, you're more likely to encounter agents acting as transaction brokers. This is because there are often fewer agents working in this area, and it's more common for both the buyer and seller to have hired the same real estate agent. In these cases, the agent typically will act as a referee, facilitating the transaction to ensure a smooth process without advocating for either side. However, as you move into larger, more populated areas, this becomes less common. In these markets, buyers and sellers usually hire their own individual agents. Each agent may or may not have a fiduciary duty to represent their client's best interests, depending on the type of relationship that was established between that client and agent. By now, I hope you have a clear idea of how you'd like your agent to represent you. Let's go over some key questions you should ask when interviewing a real estate agent to ensure you understand the type of relationship they're offering, how they plan to represent you, and whether they're the right fit for your needs. First, ask, what are the various ways that real estate agents can represent clients in this state? This is important because the names and types of relationships can vary by location. You want to be sure you're clear on the available options and how those relationships are defined in your area. Next, ask, which way would you most often represent someone in my situation, and why? This question will help you understand how the agent typically works with clients in similar situations. It also provides insight into their reasoning and whether their approach aligns with what you're looking for. Then, dig a little deeper by asking, does this create a fiduciary duty to me? And would you be advocating for my best interest with this type of relationship? This question is crucial, especially if you want your agent to act as a fiduciary, providing full loyalty and advocacy. You'll want to confirm whether they have that legal obligation to prioritize your interests. Finally, ask about their practices with the dual representation. Do you ever represent both the buyer and seller at the same time? And if so, how would this work? How often does this occur? Understanding whether they frequently act as a transaction broker or as a dual agent will help you assess whether that's a situation that you're comfortable with. You'll also want to know how they handle potential conflicts of interest when representing both sides. Remember, this is your transaction, it's your move, and the relationship you establish with your real estate agent can impact your experience. Now that you understand your options and you're equipped with the right questions, you're ready to choose the agent relationship that best serves your needs.